Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make this Renaissance shop thing. It's a really good build to add to any world. We're going to make an entire village of buildings in this style. Stick around if you like that. If you enjoy this episode or find it helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. If you wind up adding this to your world, let me know in the comments. I love to hear it. Without any further ado, let's get right into this. Starting off, as always, we have the base of the building. We're going to start by going to this corner and just building up 4 blocks. This one will be 5. Then we're going to copy that on the other side. Going to make spruce blocks along the bottom just like so. And then 3 blocks tall of white terracotta, adding room for a door right here in the gap. Continuing to the other side. Speaking of a door, let's pop one in right there. And then on this top row, we're going to add spruce logs, or spruce planks along the top. It's going to be a window right here, and a slab to act as a windowsill for it. Above these 3 blocks in the middle, we're going to have white terracotta, just like all the other walls. Starting off with the roof, it's just going to be a simple slab one, starting at the top of this block with a slab, then just going along the whole top face. It's going to be flat for these 3 in the middle instead of having this one raised up half a slab. Then we're going to continue down the other side, just like we did in the front. Finish off like that. On the back side, we're going to extend this 2 blocks out on all of them. And then for the last bit, this is going to be 2 blocks further than all the rest. And over here will be 1 block further than all the rest. Next up for the walls, we're going to continue all of them, just like the front here. Going to do spruce all along the bottom, skipping the ones with logs on them. Just like so. Then we're going to do 3 blocks of white terracotta. Doorway is going to be right there, so just leave a gap like that. Alright, this spot is a little bit wonky, so what we're going to do is we're going to add a little side closet to there. So fill in the top 2 for a doorway. Then we're going to put 1 terracotta on top of each of these. Fill in the corners with 2 spruce logs. And then we're going to add a small roof on this, just 3 full blocks of spruce and 3 slabs of spruce. Moving on to the logs, this one is going to be 10 blocks tall, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10. You didn't see that. Same with all of these. The only exception is going to be this one. It will only be 4 blocks tall. And this corner one, also 10 blocks tall. Where all those are in line. There we go. We're then going to add spruce on top of all of the white terracotta. And over that one. This corner here will also have the spruce. We are then going to add a connecting log of spruce right at the top of the roof. So it's just visible right there. Then we're going to add some white terracotta to fill in these gaps. Filling this in, we're going to do 2 blocks tall of white terracotta. Except for these 3 middle blocks, we're only going to do 1 because we're going to have a stained glass window here. I'm using yellow stained glass because I think it matches this build really well. Other colors are also great if you think something else works good. Then we're going to finish off on top with spruce wood. Ooh. Moving on to the left side, we're going to have 4 blocks of white terracotta all the way up, except for we're going to knock out the 2 hole right here for yellow stained glass. And we're just going to lay some wood planks along the top there. We are then going to do the same thing on the back, except we're only going to go 1 block left of this pole. We will not be adding any windows back here. On this side, we're going to add a quick strip, 1, 2, 3, 4, the spruce on top. We're only going to do one so we can leave room for the silo for the tower. Moving on to the tower, we're going to make all of these logs 16 blocks tall. Just like so. You can do this on all three corners. Quite the ways up. And then we're going to add a layer of spruce planks at the bottom, just like everywhere else on the build. Then we're going to do 3 blocks of cobblestone. One block of spruce right in line with the rest of the build. Then I'm going to do 4 blocks of stone brick right up. On top of that, just like all the other places, we're going to add spruce. I missed it earlier, but this should also have a line of spruce on it. We are then going to make the last 6 blocks white terracotta. And this will go all the way around in a circle, unlike the other layers. It's going to knock out the corner here, though. Alright, I misplaced one of those walls in the time-lapse. This one should be out here, just like all the rest of the walls. In the time-lapse, I accidentally placed it along there. But no harm, no foul, you know? For this wall, we're going to add the top 3 logs in. And then I'm going to come along, adding some windows in. Just 4, 1 on each face of the tower, just like all the rest, yellow stained glass. And a windowsill beneath all of those. Next up, we're going to add the roof of the tower. We're just going to have a bunch of stairs coming along like so, going all the way around the outside. No breaks. And then we're going to continue this on all the subsequent layers until we can't anymore, and then I'll show you what to do for those. Alright, this will be the point where we can no longer connect them all because they have this one block part here. So what we're going to do is make all of these 1 blocks. We're going to put a stair there. Then on these corner bits, we're going to add a full block of spruce. And then on the final top layer, we're just going to make a quick plus sign with the slabs. The roof of this main area will be quite a bit easier. It will just be a standard A-frame roof, going up 1 stair at a time, all the way to the top. On this area at the end, we're going to add a upside down staircase, and along the spine of the roof, we're just going to make it slabs. Right here, we're going to have to fill in with white terracotta. And along the other side, it's just a tiny quarter of a block showing, but we'll also need some white terracotta right there. In the main room, we're going to make the roof curved. We're going to start off by breaking that slab, replacing it with a full block, and bringing that all the way to the back. Do that on both sides. Then we're going to take our slab block, add that to the side. We're then going to take stairs, replace this block. Then we're going to come along the top. Do this on both sides. And then down the middle here, we're just going to make it full blocks. Up here, to fill in this gap, we're just going to put another spruce slab, have that come down all the way on both sides. Over here, we're going to finish up the white terracotta. To add some braces to the roof, we're just going to add some spruce trap doors right there. Then we're going to take a lantern, put right there in the middle. This lights it up pretty good. But to make this a nice, well-lit area, we're going to add 4, 1 in each corner, just like so. Adding in some doors, we're going to make one right here that I'm just going to leave open. And then we're going to have a closet over here. In here, we're going to replace the ceiling with a slab, just like that. Then a crafting table and a chest. The slab was changed so that this chest can be opened. Close that door. Decorating the inside can be a bit much because I made it pretty complicated, but just bear with me. I'm going to start by adding a shelf just above the main entrance. Have a chest and a brewing stand right there. Another table in the corner with a brewing stand on it. On this pillar, we're going to have an item frame with a magma cream in it. Over here, we're going to have a cartography table. Moving on to this wall, we're going to start by adding a table. We're going to have your oak stairs there, then 2 blocks of oak slabs and oak stair on the end. You're going to have a pressure plate, will just sort of be like a stone tablet, and a wither skeleton skull on the other side. Up here in the middle, we're going to add a chest, so 2 blocks for a shelf. Add your chest right there. These blocks above it, we're not going to use that space really, so it can be hidden by just adding 2 slabs right there. On this pillar, we're going to add an item frame with a glistering melon slice. I know how to say words. Next up on this wall, we're going to add 4 bookshelves on the side to cover up the extra books. We're going to place 2 spruce trap doors. We're going to add a purple banner right there for some decoration. Then we're going to do something special for right here. You're going to need to use commands. This unfortunately only works on Java creative mode, so if you're on Bedrock or if you're on survival, you will need to use a replacement. I would recommend a flower pot, but I'll show you what this special thing is. So do /give @p. Then you're going to need to type command. You'll go right here to the first one, which is command block. Hit enter, it'll give you this. All you'll need to do is place it on the ground, put a button on the front of it, then right click it. In the description, I have a couple commands to put in here that will give you different custom heads. This one is just books. Gonna put them on top just like that. I'll also have a website where you can find other commands for other custom heads. I recommend you check it out. Maybe you'll find books you like better there. On this back wall, we're gonna add shelves here, here, and here. Gonna put some chests on these shelves. A cactus right here. On the pole, we're gonna add an item frame with an ender pearl in it. Not on the pole. This is the only one not on a pole. It's going to be right next to here, an item frame with an ender pearl in it. Here we're going to add a brewing stand, and like I said, we're going to have more custom heads just some old books. I want to have all those lines facing outward. Lastly, in this room, we're going to add all the things that aren't on the wall, starting off with a desk for the person who runs the shop. We're going to add a slab here, a stair facing that way, 2 more slabs. Then here we're going to add a oak trapdoor, not spruce this time, and a staircase right here. On the counter, we're going to add a flower pot with a red mushroom in it and a lantern on the side. We're then going to add a carpet, just 6 blocks like so. And as promised, here is the globe. This is one where I especially recommend you check out the website in the description. There are so many good globe designs. If you want like an old withered one, that's a really good replacement here. Moving on to the back area, we're gonna add 2 oak slabs right there with a wither skull. As some hidden lighting, we're gonna add a pumpkin there, but it's really a jack-o'-lantern facing inward. We're going to then make a table, just a simple 2 stairs, 1 slab table with a sea pickle on it right there, and a big old painting just like that. Just right next to the wither skull, we're also going to add an item frame. Can't forget that. Moving on to this area, we're going to make another of these simple 3-block tables. Add a lantern right here, and some signs, just blank ones right there. If you want to write something out, you can though. Gonna add a furnace here, and tucked away in the corner, we're gonna have a crafting table, a diamond block, and an ender chest. This is all tucked away because, like in the back of the shop, all the valuables, We're then going to add a staircase right here, going up to the next level. Make sure you add your upside down stairs as well. Makes it look a whole lot better. All the blocks over here will then be made into a ceiling, with the exception of leaving room for the staircase. And it doesn't actually do anything, but I like making this block a stair, just because it makes it look like you have more headroom. And the corner of this wall we're actually gonna knock out, because we're gonna make all the way to the ceiling just a big ol' spruce or oak pillar. Next area up here, we're gonna fill in completely with slabs all over the ceiling. Adding in some walls, we're gonna put spruce here, or no, just adding in some walls, we're gonna add an oak log here, a layer of spruce planks, and then 2 oak logs. On top of the logs, we're going to add some planks and fill in all of this area with white terracotta. Over here, we're just going to add a few blocks of spruce, because this will all be hidden away. For this area, we are going to connect these 2 pillars right there. Then we are going to absolutely load this area up with lanterns. We're going to connect this to the wall as well. Put a lantern right there. Here, told you we were loading it up, and a chest right there. Then going to add some decorations, 2 chests, crafting table, a furnace, and another crafting table with an item frame right there. Over here, we're going to start adding some stairs. It'll just be 3 wide stairs going up 3 blocks. Then this area will be filled in with spruce. Also going to add a chest, a crafting table, and 2 chests on top. I meant to say a crafting table and a furnace, I just misspoke there. Over here, we're just going to be filling stuff in. Some parts can be a little hard to explain, so just do your best to follow along. 2 oak logs there. The floor is just going to be all the way filled in with spruce blocks. Over here, more spruce blocks. And this wall will be filled in, so white terracotta, spruce planks, spruce planks along the top there, white terracotta right here, and now we have a somewhat functional room, but we still need to add a roof, and just like the other room, this is just going to be a slab roof along the top. The making of this room isn't too bad. We're going to start off by adding a bookshelf right here. Just like down below, we're going to cover up these sides with spruce trapdoors. Then we're going to add a jukebox right here. Make a cauldron and a furnace, fill up the cauldron. Then going to add a hopper right here. It looks kind of weird. The idea is just to make some kind of crazy looking stuff so that, kind of witchy. It is clearly a kind of magical place. I mean, look at it. That's amazing. Over here, we're going to change things just a little bit. We're going to add 2 ladders, break this block, and replace this with a log. Add a ladder there as well. Going to this wall, we're going to add a table, just a curvy one like this, a lantern on it, a brewing stand, stone plate, just like the stone tablet type thing downstairs, an item frame. Then over here we're going to add another table with a lantern, just a real quick one. And once again, cauldron with your water in it. In here is going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to start off with some slabs, make a ceiling there, and we're going to fill in the bottom right here. This will be a little crawl space that's just stuffed with books. And this whole upstairs is going to be a library. Add the books in just like that, and then just a little table for decoration. And over here is where the real library is. We're going to add a absolute ton of books all along this area, right up to the window. Fill in your walls. Just like so. You're then going to need a spruce trap door to cover up the sides. This also works really nicely because this trap door right here will act as a ladder continuing up, so it'll make climbing a little bit easier. I'm gonna do this. Going on top of all of these shelves, we're gonna just make this whole area look pretty ornate. We're going to add stairs all along there. Then here, let's add some slabs hanging down like this. Then this whole roof, we're going to bring it down a little bit. Add some slabs all along the edges. Going up. And then finally this top area, once you get this far, we're going to fill it in with spruce. Just like so. Adding some lanterns up here, make sure you have a nice well-lit library. In fact, we're going to do the same thing in this section right there. Lastly, on the outside, we're going to name our little shop here. I'm going to go with a generic shop name called Gifts from Afar. Gonna make that light gray so it's a little easier to read. And there is your shop done. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Stick around next time where we'll add to this village. Can't have just one thing. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.